Salvete omnes. This is Review 9, Chapters 33 through 36, Drill on Forms A. Our instructions are to give the comparative and the superlative degrees of the following adjectives, starting with diligens diligentis, which means careful or attentive, diligent. The comparative will take the stem diligent, it's a one termination, third declension adjective. Take the genitive diligent, add ior, diligentior, and then the genitive would be diligentioris, and that's for the masculine and the feminine. Then the neuter will be diligentius, and its genitive will be diligentioris. The superlative will take the stem diligent and add issimus aum, diligentissimus aum. For malus aum, bad or wicked, remember that malus is compared irregularly. So bad or wicked, badder, more bad, more wicked, more evil, will not be malior, don't do that, that would be bad. It's peor, genitive peoris, and the neuter peius, peoris. We get the English word pejorative. Superlative is going to be pessimus aum, like a pessimist. Poker, pokra, pokrum, beautiful, noble, fine. To find the comparative, we will take the stem of this adjective. It is a first and second declension, three termination. Well, all first and second declension adjectives are three termination, 1, 2, 3. So you take the stem, which is found by taking off the a or the of the feminine or the neuter. So poker, and we get pokrior, pokrioris, and the neuter pokrius, pokrioris. The superlative is formed by taking the nominative singular masculine. Because it ends in er, we add the ending rimusaum to get pokerimusaum. Acer, acris, acre. This is a third declension, 1, 2, 3 termination. It has a separate nominative for the masculine, the feminine, and the neuter. And as a third declension adjective, it will be declined like a third declension. Now for the comparative, you take the stem, go to the feminine or the neuter forms, and chop off the feminine is or the neuter e, the a, to get acr, acr, and you add acrior, acrioris for the genitive. The neuter is acrius, acrioris. The superlative, because the nominative singular masculine ends in er, like poker, we add rimus, R-I-M-U-S, aum, to this nominative singular masculine form. So write acer and then rimus, acerimus, aum. Utilis, A. This is a third declension, 1, 2 termination. So utilis, the masculine and the feminine, this is its nominative, and then the neuter is this letter E, this E sound. So utilis, utile. We take the stem util, and then we add ior, utilior, the genitive utilioris. The neuter is utilius, and its genitive utilioris. The superlative is utilissimus aum. Adds issimus aum to the stem. Nobilis, a third declension, 1, 2 termination. So the stem is nobil, nobilior, nobilioris is its genitive. The neuter is nobilius, nobilioris is its genitive. And the superlative is nobilissimus aum. Add issimus to the stem, nobilissimus aum. Keller, kelleris, kellere. It's a third declension adjective, and it is 1, 2, 3 terminations. So this is the masculine, that's the feminine, that's the neuter. The stem is found by taking off the is of the feminine or the e of the neuter. So we get the stem caler, add eor, calerior, the genitive caleriorus, the neuter calerius, and the genitive calerioris. Like poker and aker, if the nominative singular masculine ends in er, the superlative is remus, calerimus aum. And then justus aum, it is a first and second declension. All of them are three terminations, 1, 2, 3. You take the stem just, add eor, justior, the genitive justioris, the neuter justius, and its genitive justioris. The superlative will add issimus aum, justissimus aum. Parvus aum, small or little. Remember, this one is irregular. Its comparative is minor, minoris, like minor. The neuter minus, minoris, like minus. And the superlative is minimus aum, like minimum, the least. Magnus aum, big, great, large. It also forms its comparative and superlative irregularly. The comparative is maior, maioris, and then maius, maioris. If you change the I in maior to a J, like it was changed in the Middle Ages, you can see the English word major. And the superlative is maximus aum, like maximum, as opposed to minimum, the superlative of parvus aum, small, big. Facilis, facile, it is a third declension 2 termination, where this is the masculine feminine, that's the neuter. The stem is facile. We get facilior, facilioris, and facilius, facilioris. It is one of the silly 6, so its superlative has a double L. You take the stem facile, and you add limus, L-I-M-U-S, aum, facilimus aum. The other silly 6 are the opposite of facilis, that would be difficilus, then similis, and its opposite dissimilis, and then gracilis and humilis also have limus as the superlative, double L. So that is why they are called the silly 6. Silly has a double L in it. Longus aum, it is a first and second declension adjective. They're all 3 terminations. Stem is long, longior, longioris. The neuter longius, longioris. And the superlative is formed regularly, longissimus aum. Miser, misera, miserum. It's a first and second declension adjective. The stem is found by taking off the a or the from the feminine or the neuter. So the stem is miser. Carry that over to the comparative, right? Miser. And then miserior, add eor. The genitive is miserioris. The neuter miserius, and its genitive miserioris. Like poker and aker and keller, its nominative singular masculine ends in er. Therefore, we add the superlative ending rimus aum. And when we do that, we get a double L, or I'm sorry, a double R. Miserimus aum. Very wretched, very poor, most unfortunate. Bonus aum, good. It is formed irregularly in the comparative. It's melior, melioris, like ameliorate, to make better. The neuter melius, melioris. The superlative is optimus aum. An optimist looks for the best. Similis, A. This is a third declension 2 termination. The stem is simil. We get the comparative similior, similioris, and the neuter similius, similioris. It is one of the silly six. Facilis, difficilus, similis, dissimilus, humilis, and gracilis. So similimus. When you add the limus to the stem simil, you get a double L. That's why they're called silly six, similimusaum. And then durasaum is a first and second declension adjective. The stem is dur. Durior, durioris is the genitive for the masculine and feminine. The neuter durius, durioris. And then the superlative durissimus,